In this video, I want to talk about the concept of celebrate Texas. And one of the things that I learned years ago is that West Virginia has a program where in all of the schools across West Virginia, the students at some grade level compete to win an award called the Golden Horseshoe Award. And this award is given to the students in each of the 55 counties of West Virginia who demonstrate the best knowledge of the history and geography of West Virginia. It's a very coveted award. When I went in to talk to someone at the Department of Education several years ago, even the receptionist at the front desk told me that she had won that award when she was in, I think, 8th grade. So it's something that's coveted all throughout the lives of the West Virginia residents who have earned that. And I believe that with 254 counties of Texas, that Texas students also deserve the opportunity to compete for an award like this and to receive recognition from the governor of the state. And what I am suggesting is that perhaps the governor or the Secretary of Education or someone in the Texas administration can designate the 254th day of the year as a day to celebrate Texas, where students all across the state, in all, I think there are 1,200 and some districts, and all Texas districts show their pride in Texas history and geography by performing skits or plays or speeches or essays to show, to honor, in many cases, the county, the person who their county was designated, named after. And furthermore, any student who can recite the names of the 254 counties in 254 seconds and can score 100% on a blank map of Texas just by simply saying this is Anderson County, this is Angelina, Aransas, Archer, Armstrong, and so forth, that those students be given a Celebrate Texas pin, lapel pin, and that they receive a signed letter from the governor to congratulate them for their pride and love of Texas. I lived in Texas for about 3 years. I lived in Plano, Texas, up in Collin County. And I distinctly remember driving into Texas when I first had a job in Richardson, Texas, Dallas area. But I distinctly remember as I went to Texas to start my new job with a company there, driving across the Red River and thinking to myself, this is pretty cool. I am actually going to be a Texan. At that time, back in 1980, I knew very little about Texas. Very little. But I grew to love it when my parents came down to visit from Washington State. One year I drove them around one of the trails, the historical trails of Texas, and I bicycled through the Bluebonnet Hills, hill country with a bicycle club. It's a beautiful state. I have friends that still live in Texas, but let me get to my point. The point is with Click and Learn software, students and adults and teachers and parents can learn the names of countries of the world, names of the 50 states. They can become geography experts, and by doing so, show respect for people around the world, have more confidence in themselves, absorb more of what the social studies teachers and geography teachers teach them. So let's get right into that. I'm going to go to clickandlearnsoftware.com. and I'm going to lead you through just a part of the system. I am at clickandlearnsoftware.com. I click the Play Now button, and it brings up, let's start at the beginning. Clickandlearnsoftware.com, click the Play Now button, and that brings you to a set of games right across the top are all of these topics. I can collapse any of these topics, collapse the topic about Arizona, or I can bring them back up. I'm going to go right into the topic that says learn day 30 days to learn the Texas counties. I click that button that brings up a whole set of games. I'm going to get in and play the game to help learn the letter counties that starts with the letter A and B. With this process, with this system, it's free. It's free. With this system, you can get in and learn the names and locations of the 254 counties in 1 month. It actually took me, I started September 25th, and by October, I think it's October 8th, maybe about 16 days, 1 or 2 hours a night in the evenings, to get to where I could recite all 254 counties in 254 seconds. And I made a video showing that, but I want to show you what's on this channel. First of all, I'm going to close that again. I'm going to collapse it, bring you back into it by clicking this button. And on the left are the Texas resources. This is free. You could go in and print these maps, use these for pre-test, post-test. You can list the names of the counties, print that list so that what I do at night when I'm learning, I take that list with me to bed, and I might recite over and over in my mind as I'm going to sleep all the counties that start with the letter A and B one night, and then C the next night, and so forth. These are resources that we give you to help you learn. I'm going to close that window, and I'm going to bring you to the first. First of all, I also have videos explaining how to go through all of these through the process. Instead of well, now, I kind of accidentally clicked on that button, but that shows you the type of videos that we have to help lead you through the process. I'm going to go right back into that, and I'm going to click this game to learn the counties that start with the letter A and B. I click single player. I click the go button, and it asks 7 questions at a time to learn the names of the counties in alphabetical order. The first county is Anderson. I know all of these. For example, I'm just going to give you examples of how to go through the system. This one is Anderson. When I click the correct button, the button disappears. The question changed to Andrews. We're racing the clock, and we can use the show me button when we get stuck. It asks for Andrews. I'm racing the clock. I know this is Andrews. It asks for Angelina. You can click around. It's okay to click and get it wrong, over and over. I click this button. It says, sorry, this is Atascosa. So even when you click the wrong button, you're still learning. This is Atascosa. I can use the show me button. Okay, it asks for Angelina. It shows me that this is the button for Angelina. I click that. The question goes to Aransas. I know this is Atascosa, so one of these, the other 3 buttons are Aransas. Aransas, Archer. One of these 2 is Archer. No, that's Armstrong. That's Archer, Armstrong, and of course, this is Atascosa. Click that button. We were 43 seconds over. It takes about 4 plays at each level of 7 questions. So I click the go button. Now I'm going to play that about 3 more times. until I can recite all of those counties as I play. So it asks for Anderson. I'm looking at the question. Andrews. Angeline. No, that's Archer. Angeline. Okay. Aransas. I know there's Aransas. Archer. Armstrong. Atascosa. Okay. Much better. I was only 4 seconds over that time. Click the go button. I know this is Anderson. Andrews. One of these down here is Angela. Oh, this is Angeline over here. One of these might be Aransas. That goes to this Aransas. Archer Armstrong. Atascosa. 6 seconds over. Let's get through this. Anderson, Andrews, Angeline, Aransas, Archer, Armstrong, Atascosa. That's the first 7. Okay. There are a couple of tricks to this. First of all, even though I can go on to the next level with 14 questions, I'm going to replay with this button here, replay until I'm confident that I know the first 7. The other trick is, in order to beat the clock, I've got 11 seconds. In order to beat the clock, I don't have time to look at the question each time. I don't have time to look up here and say, what's the next question? What's the next question? What's the next question? I have to know that after I click Anderson, I move over to Andrews, Angeline, Aransas, Archer, Armstrong, Atascosa, without even having a chance to look at the questions. The other thing is, the reason this works so well is that when you whisper as you click, and that's a big thing you need to do, you need to use a real mouse, and you need to whisper as you click. Because when you whisper as you click, you're using 4 of the 5 senses. You say it, hear it, see it on the screen, and touch it with the mouse. Okay? All of those help you learn quickly. I'm going to click the go button, and we're going to fly through this. Anderson, Andrews, Angeline, Aransas, Archer, Armstrong, Angeline, Aransas, Archer, Armstrong, Atascosa, and that was the first 7. We know how to get through those, but now we have 7 more. Now we have to learn where is Austin, Texas. But the next 7, the process works the same. You can click and get it wrong, no, that's Bastrop. You can click and get it wrong, no, that's Baylor. You can click and get it wrong, that's Bailey. Or you can use the show me button. Austin, Bailey, I just clicked Bailey. Bandera. Is it Bandera? No, that's Baylor. This is B. Okay, I got that right. When I get it right, I get a green light, the button disappears, the question changes. It asks for Bastrop. Is this Bastrop? No, that's B. I could use the show me button. Bastrop. Baylor was up here. B and Bell. We were 35 seconds over. Click the go button. We already know Anderson, Andrews, Angeline, Aransas, Archer, Armstrong, Atascosa. And now we're working on the next 7. Austin was over here somewhere. No, that's Bell. No, that's Bastrop. Use the show me button. Okay, that's Austin. Bailey. Baylor. Bailey. Okay. Bandera. No, that's B. Bandera. Bastrop. Baylor was up here toward the top. B, and the only button left is Bell. We were only 14 seconds, so we're getting faster and faster. It takes about 4 levels each time to go to the next 7. Click the go button. We already know without looking at the question. Anderson, Andrews, Angeline, Aransas, Archer, Armstrong. And now we get into, and Atascosa, we know that one. Now, Austin was over here. Austin, Bailey, Bandera. No, that's Bastrop. Bandera. Okay, Bandera, Bastrop. The buttons are disappearing. It makes it easier and easier because now we only have 3 buttons to choose from. Baylor, B. No, that's Bell, B, and Bell. Much faster. We're only 9 seconds over. Let's see if we can fly through this. We already review the first 7. Anderson, Andrews, Angelina, Ranzis, Archer, Armstrong, Atascosa, Austin, Bailey. No, that's B. Bailey, Bandera, Baystrip. Okay, I knew that one. Baylor is up at the top. Baylor, B. Bell. Okay, we beat the clock, but I am not confident that I can move on to the next level. So I'm going to play this 2 more times. Click replay. Whisper as you click. Anderson, Andrews, Angelina, Ranzis, Archer, Armstrong, Atascosa, Austin, Bailey, Bandera. What's after Bandera? Question at the top. Baystrip, Baylor, B. Bell. Beat the clock still, but I'm going to do replay. Whisper as I click. Anderson, Andrews, Angelina, Ranzis, Archer, Armstrong, Atascosa, Austin, Bailey, Bandera, Baystrip, Baylor, B. Bell. Now here's another thing. I'm going to go through that again. I'm going to show you something else. Click. Okay. Anderson, Andrews, Angelina, Ranzis. If you're not right on the button, when you get on the button, you want to see that finger pop up. Notice how that finger, the pointer of that finger pops up. If you're not, if you're off on that, you might accidentally click. It thinks you clicked on some other button. So you have to have it right on that to click. Okay, it asks for a Ranzis, Archer, Armstrong, Atascosa, Austin, Bailey, Bandera, Baystrip, Baylor, B. Bell. I'm going to go through that one more time. Okay. Oh, I was 13 seconds over because I was talking. So we don't have a chance to replay. It says you missed, you weren't over you still have to play again to beat the clock. Okay, we'll do that. We're going to beat the clock. I won't do any talking except whispering as I click. Anderson, Andrews, Angeline, Ranzis, Archer, Armstrong, focus, Armstrong, Atascosa, Austin, Atascosa, Austin, Bailey, Bandera, Baystrip, Baylor, B. Bell. Okay, beat the clock. And now we go to the next level, which is 21 questions. Click the go button. Refresh, review. Whisper as you click. Anderson, Andrews, Angelina, Ranzis, Archer, Armstrong, Atascosa, Austin, Bailey, Bandera, Baystrip, Baylor, B. Bell. Okay, now we have 7 new ones. Same process, 7 at a time. It asks for Behar. Someone tells me that's pronounced bear. So I'm going to go with what someone told me. Bear. Okay, that's Borden. That's Borden. Okay, that's Borden. Click that, Borden. This is Bowie. That's going to be easy. Bowie. Very famous. Bear. Is this Bear? Let's use the show me button. Okay. Is it Bear? Bear. Blanco. This is Brazoria. This was Borden. This was Bowie. Use the show me button. Okay, there's Blanco, Borden. I remember that. Bosque. I know this Bowie. One of these 3 is Bosque. Okay, that's Brazos. Okay, that's Bosque. And it's Bowie, Brazoria, and Brazos. 38 seconds over. Click the go button. Anderson, Andrews, Angeline, Ranzis, Archer, Armstrong. Focus, think, whisper. Race the clock. Atascosa, Austin, Bailey, Bandera, Bastrop, Baylor, B, Bell. Okay, now the next 7 we're working on Behar. I know this is Borden, this is Bowie. Use the show me button. Okay, this is Behar. This is Borden, this is Bowie. So one of these is Blanco. Okay, that's Brazos. That's Bosque. Okay, Borden, the button disappears. So I know I got that one correct. It asks for Borden. It asks for Bosque, Bowie, Brazoria. No, that's Brazos. Brazoria, Brazos. 20 seconds over. Click the go button. Fly through the first 14. Anderson, Andrews, Angeline, Aranzis, Archer, Armstrong, Atascosa, Austin, Bailey, Bandera, Bastrop, Baylor, B, Bell, Behar, Blanco, Borden, Bosque, Bowie, Brazoria. No, that's Brazos, Brazoria, Brazos. Okay, we beat the clock. But again, I'm going to review. I'm going to review 2 more times, just to reinforce that I know it before I go to the next one. It asks for Anderson, Andrews, Angeline, Aranzis. The colors also help. Archer, Armstrong, Atascosa. And the shapes help. Atascosa, Austin, Atascosa, Austin, Bailey, Bandera, Bastrop. Look at the question. Baylor, B, Bell, Behar, Blanco, Borden, Bosque, Bowie. No, this is Brazos, this Brazoria, Brazos. Okay, 1 second over. Okay, let's go. Anderson, Andrews, Angeline, Aranzis, Archer, Armstrong, Atascosa. Remember to have a button, have the pointer right on the button. Atascosa, Austin, Bailey, Bandera, Bastrop. Which phrase you click? Behar. The question is Baylor. Baylor, B, Bell, Behar, Blanco, Borden, Bosque, Bowie, Brazoria, Brazos. Brazoria, Brazos. We'll beat the clock. We could go on to the next level, which is 27 questions. I'm going to do replay 1 more time. Anderson, Andrews, Angeline, Aranzis, Archer, Armstrong, Atascosa, Austin, Bailey, Bandera, Bastrop, Baylor, B, Bell, Behar, Blanco, Borden, Bosque, Bowie. I'm thinking way ahead. Brazoria, Brazos. Beat the clock, and I even beat it by 8 seconds. That's what that +8 meant down there in the bottom right corner. So now I'm going to go on to the next challenge, which is all 27. That was 21. The next level to complete the A and B series is 27 questions. Click go. Fly through. Anderson, Andrews, Angeline, Aranzis, Archer, Armstrong, Atascosa, Austin, Bailey, Bandera, Bastrop, Behar, Bastrop, Bailey, B, Bell, Borden, Behar, Blanco, Borden, Bosque, Bowie, Brazoria, Brazos. And now we get into, it looks like 6 more. That's for Brewster. 6 questions. Again, the same process. Is this Brewster? No, that's Briscoe. Briscoe, that's Briscoe. This is Brown. Let's use the show me button. Brewster. Okay, Briscoe. I just hit Brewster. Briscoe is either that one or this one. Is this Briscoe? No, that's Brown. So this must be Briscoe. Brooks. No, that's Burnett. That's Burleson. Show me. Brooks, Brown, Burleson, Burnett. Okay, 21 seconds over. Okay, let's go. Anderson, Andrew, Angelina Ranzis, Archer Armstrong, Addis goes to Austin. Addis goes to Austin. Bailey, Bandera, Bastrop, Baylor, B, Bell, Behar, Blanco, Borden, Bosque, Bowie, Brazoria, Brazos, Brewster. Which was Brewster? Okay, Briscoe is up here. Briscoe, Brooks. That's Brown. And Brooks, okay, there's Brown. Burleson. No, that's Burnett. Burleson, Burnett. 6 seconds over. We're getting very close. Go. Anderson, Andrews, Angelina Aranzis, Archer, Armstrong, Addiscosa, Austin, Bailey, Bandera, Bastrop, Baylor, B, Bell, Baylor, B. There's another example. You have to have a right on the button. Bell, Bear, Blanco, Borden, Bosque, Bowie, Brazoria, Brazos, Brewster, Briscoe, Brooks, Brown, Burleson, Burnett. Beat the clock. The next level, the next mode would be random order. But I'm going to replay 2 more times. Give me confidence before I go to random order. Click the replay button. Whisper as you click. And here's the other thing. I've only spent 30 minutes on this so far. In 1 month, seriously, in 1 month, with this process, you can get to where you can recite all 254 counties of Texas in 254 seconds or less. And it's an incredible thing. Incredible thing. Let's go through it. Clock has not started yet. We have 45 seconds. Anderson, Andrews. Angelina is the purple one. Angelina Ranzis. Archer, Armstrong. Addiscosa, Austin. Bailey, Bandera, Bastrop, Baylor, B, Bell, Behar, Blanco, Borden, Bosque, Bowie, Brazoria, Brazos, Brewster, Briscoe, Brooks, Brown, Burleson, Burnett. Okay, and here's the other thing. Remember I showed you where you can print the list of all the counties of Texas? As you go through this, right now we're working on the counties start with A and B. As you go through this, print that list of all the counties, which we give you access to. Print that, take it with you, and when you're a commercial on TV, or when you're going to sleep at night, that's what I do. When I'm going to sleep at night, I go through that list. Anderson, Andrews, Angelina Ranzis, and I think mentally where those were: Anderson, Andrews, Angelina Ranzis, Archer Armstrong, Addiscosa, Austin, Bailey, Bandera, Bastrop, Baylor, B, Bell, Behar, Blanco, Borden, Bosque, Bowie, Brazoria, Brazos, Brewster, Briscoe, Brooks, Brown, Burleson, Burnett. I go through that over and over and over. Let's do that one more time, alphabetical order, before we go to random mode. Click go. Anderson, where am I at? Oh, we're already in random order. In random order, you have to look at the question each time, so we give you more time to do it, because you do have to look at the question. It asks for Bandera. Where was Bandera? Was this Bandera. Ah, yes, that was Bandera. B. Armstrong. That was one of the first seven. Archer, Armstrong, Archer, Armstrong. This Armstrong? No, that's Briscoe. Is this Armstrong? That's Armstrong. Behar. Kind of a unique shape. That's good. Brown. Well, that's Brooks. Brown. Bastrop. I remember that. They're a Bastrop. Bosk. The crazy thing is, this is the crazy thing, but this is the true thing. Even after you've gone through this over and over to get to where you know where all 20, in this case, 27 counties are alphabetically. When it gets to random order, even though I've hit Bosk a dozen times, where Bosk, I don't even remember ever seeing that county. This will happen to you. I'm serious. Okay. You can use the show me button in random order. Okay, it's Bosk. Aransas. That was easy. That was down here. Baylor was up toward the north. No, that's Archer, Baylor. Okay, Brooks. I remember doing this alphabetically. I remember Brooks Brown. Maybe this is there's Brooks. Archer, Armstrong, Blanco. Behar Blanco. Brazos. Oh, there's Brazoria. Brazos. Anderson, Brewster. That's easy. Brewster. Borden. Anderson was the first one alphabetically. Brazoria on the coast. Austin. Is this Austin? Burleson. Okay. Austin. Okay. Burleson. Okay. Good. Bowie. That's an easy one. Bowie. Atascosa. Bell. No, it's Burnett. Bell. Briscoe. I can use the show me button in random order. You can still use the show me button in random order. The button just do disappear. In random order, you still erasing the clock. Bailey, Angeline, Burnett. 113 seconds over. Random order. You're going to do this a few times until it's so easy. Bell, Briscoe, Burnett, Andrews, Bastrop, Bandera, Bastrop, Brooks, Brown, Bosk, Aransas on the coast, Baylor up by the Red River, Archer, Armstrong, Burleson was right. Where was Burleson? There's Burleson. Remember, make sure the finger is pointed to that. Brooks, Bayard, Brazos, this is Brazoria, this is Austin, this is Brazos, okay, Borden, B, Brewster, Atascosa, the shape, Bandera, the shape, Bowie up in the corner, Brazoria on the coast, Angeline, Anderson, Austin, capital, Austin, Bailey, and Blanco. 17 seconds over. The first time we were 113 seconds over. Let's go. Random order. Racing the clock. Angeline. B. Bowie. Brazos. Brazoria. Brazos. Remember, if I get it wrong, that's for Bailey. If I get it wrong, okay, it tells me what I've clicked, and it still asks for Bailey. You can answer as wrong as many times as you want, and the question still stays there asking for Bailey, Baylor, Blanco, Brewster, Atascosa, Austin, Armstrong. That's Archer, Armstrong, Bayard, Bastrop, the shape, Bastrop, If that is goes to bass strip. Bass strip is over here. Bass strip. Brazoria, Brown, Brooks, Brown, Burnett, Austin, Brooks, Briscoe, Aransas, Archer, Bosk, Atascosa, Borden, Burleson, Anderson, Bandera, Andrews, and Bell. 21 seconds over. One more time, and then we're going to go to test mode. Test mode. Yes, Bosk. Racing the clock. Bosk. Brewster, Briscoe. Brazoria, Brazoria. Angelina Ranzis, Baylor. Andrews, Anderson, Andrews. Brown, Brooks, Brown. Behar. Burnett. Brazoria, Brewster. Borden. Blanco. Bastrop. Bandera. Bastrop. B. Brooks. Atascosa. Armstrong, Austin. Burleson. Where's Burleson? Use the show me button. Burleson. Bailey. Anderson. Bowie. Bandera. Armstrong. Aransas. And Bell. 12 seconds over. One more time. Bastrop. Bailey. Bell. Brazoria. B. Focus. Angeline. Archer. Briscoe. Brewster. Borden. Brooks. Brazos. Burnett. Atascosa. Brown. Brooks, Brown. Burleson. Blanco. Andrews. Austin. Brewster. Bosk. Bowie. Bandera. Anderson. Behar. Armstrong. Aransas. We beat the clock. That was intense. Was not easy. You have to focus. And because you race the clock, you have to get rid of all distractions, or you have to be really good at focusing on the task at hand. Okay, the next level is test mode. Click the go button. I could repeat the random order again and go back into random mode, but I'm going to go right into test mode. There's a big difference in test mode. In test mode, it asks for Briscoe. I knew this Brewster is Briscoe. When you get it right, you still get a green light, but in test mode, the button does not disappear. So we're still going to have all 27 buttons on the screen. Bandera, get it right, I get a green light. Brewster, green light. Brown, Brooks, Brown, a green light. Angeline, green light. Boss, a green light. Bell, Aransas, Andrews, get it right, a green light. Atascosa. If I don't click on the right with the finger on there, it gives me counts that are wrong because it doesn't know where I really want to click. So I got that one wrong. That's for Bailey, Borden, still getting it right. Armstrong, Armstrong, Bowie, Bastrop, Bandera, Bastrop, Archer. This is Baylor. This is Archer. Brazos, Brazoria, Brazos. Here's the other thing. We are not racing the clock. The show me button does not help us. It does not work in test mode. So you have plenty of time to think. B. Burnett, Brooks. Remember, Brooks Brown. Austin is the capital. Now, sometimes I get Austin and Brazos mixed up because they're the same color, similar shape. They're in the same area, so you have to think: is Austin? Is Brazos? Austin, get a green light. Blanco above Behar. Blanco, Burleson, Brazoria on the coast, Baylor up near the Red River, Behar, Anderson. Okay, I got 96%. I got one of those wrong. I'm not sure which wrong because I clicked the wrong button. So we replay over and over. First of all, I'll tell you 96% in 48 minutes, less than an hour. And a lot of this is just me talking. In less than an hour, we got 96%. Click go. We're going to do this again. Test mode. Remember, the show me button does not appear. You're not racing the clock. You have plenty of time. You don't have more than one chance to get it correct. So let's work at this. Okay, Atascosa. Green light. Bandera. The shape. Anderson. Bell. Bass drop. Bandera. Bass drop. Angelina. Burleson. Brewster, Briscoe, Burleson. Brooks Brown. Aransas on the coast. Bowie, easy. B. Blanco right above Behar. Blanco, Brewster. Anderson, Andrews, alphabetically helps. This is Austin. This is Brazos. Austin. Behar. I have 16 questions answered so far. Archer. This is Baylor. This is Archer. Baylor. Did I get that right? I hope that was a green light. Bailey. Burnett. I wasn't looking closely. Burnett. Bosque. Brazoria. Brazos. Borden. Armstrong. Briscoe. Brooks. Okay, I got 100%. That's a concept. Here's the other thing. You can practice with this. I just showed you. You can watch that video that I accidentally clicked on that shows you how I do it. It shows you really what I just did. You can watch that video. You can play the game. Let me exit from that. No, let's go right back up to here. And I'll kind of tell you what we just did. Okay, what we just did is go through the A and B. And that's pretty exciting. Focus, whisper as you click. This gets easier and easier once you know the pattern. This first game is just to help you learn how the system works. Review during the day, print that list, review, and then use a timer, use a stopwatch, and see how far you can go through this. Anderson, Andrews, Angelina Aransas. And think of where you're pointing, because that's one of the things that helps you remember where to click. Where did I move the mouse? Anderson, Andrew, Angelina, Aransas, Archer, Armstrong, Atascosa, Austin, Bailey, Bandera, Baystrom, Baylor, B, Bell, Behar, Blanco, Borden, Bowie, Brazoria, Brazos, Brewster, Briscoe, Brooks, Brown, Burleson, Burnett. Practice over and over until you can do that in this case, 27 seconds, because that's how many questions we had in this level. Some of the levels are easier. Some of them, I think there are 28 counties that start with the letter C. We just did 27 in, I don't know, less than 1 hour. And it might seem like it's going to take a long time, but I tell you honestly, I have so much excitement being able to do this. And when you think that if this works, if this concept reaches the governor or the superintendent of education, or even the geography club coach at your school, or even your school district, when you can do this, when I can do this, I mean, I have so much excitement. Sometimes I just do this just for fun. I'll be at some coffee shop, or I'll be sitting on the couch at home. And sometimes I even play this game as I'm going to sleep, and I fall asleep as I'm clicking the buttons. You can do this. I want to show you kind of a conclusion to this, but I'm going to get back right into this game. I'm going to exit, but I'm going to show you. You can get back into this at any time. I'll go right back into that game. And instead of clicking the go button to single player button, I'm going to switch to review mode. You can click single player. You can at this time just simply get right into review instead of going 7:21, 7:14, 21, 27. You go right into review mode. You can make it full screen if you want. You can click go, takes you through alphabetically. Anderson, Andrews, Angelina Aranzis, Archer, Armstrong, Atascosa, Austin, Bailey, Bandera, Baystrip, Baylor, B, Bell, Behar, Blanco, Borden, Haas, Bowie, Brazoria, Brazos, Brewster, Briscoe, Brooks, Brown, Burleson, Burnett. And I hope you could tell that I was focusing. I know this stuff, but you still have to focus. You have to concentrate. That's how you can review. I'm going to exit. I'm going to get right back into that same game. I'll show you another thing that you can test yourself, or your teacher can simply say, I want you all to get in and move to test mode and see what score you can get. We're in test mode now. You remember it works differently. I click the go button. It asks for Burleson, Brazos, Brazoria, Brazos. It asks for Armstrong, Archer, Armstrong. You're not racing the clock. Borden, Andrews, Anderson, Andrews. Remember alphabetically. Bandera, Bosk, Brooks, Brown, Atascosa, Austin, B, Angeline, Behar, Blanco, Borden, Bosk, Bowie, Behar, Archer, Armstrong, Bowie, Briscoe, Brewster, Briscoe, Baylor, Burnett, Baystrip, Aranzis on the coast, Bell, Austin. This is Brazos. This is Austin. I got those confused a lot when I was first learning. Brazoria, Anderson, Bailey. We're not racing the clock. Brewster, Blanco, Brown, Brooks, Brown. Okay, we got 100%. This is the power. This is the power of this system. This is what you would do on day one of the 30 days. And if you really focus on this, you can do it. I'm going to go back to just kind of wrapping up this live stream. I got to tell you, first of all, you can do it. I think it's important. I would love to see the governor or the secretary of education or the geography coach in your club, geography club coach, your social studies specialist, your geography teacher, pick up this concept. Because here's the other thing. There are more counties of Texas than there are countries of the world. if your students, if you as a teacher or parent or student or governor of Texas can get through this, you've accomplished something. First of all, you've accomplished something amazing. And if you can get through this in 30 days, you can learn the countries of the world, 50 states, continents and oceans, provinces and territories of Canada, 31 states of Mexico, 50 countries in Africa, Europe, 31 countries in Southeast Asia, 19 countries in the Middle East. It's incredible. Okay. That is what I want to show you. Remember, this is free. This is free. You can go to, let me bring you back to it. You can go to clickandlearnsoftware.com, click the go button. You don't have to be signed in. You click the button that says 30 days to learn the Texas counties. It brings up that row. You can collapse that row. You can bring up other rows. We've got some other cool games in here. WNBA games right now is popular. We've got games to help learn the 58 counties of California. I'm going to collapse that. But click this button. Start out with the A-B counties, and even if you just join this live stream when we're up to the county, it starts with the letter O, P, Q, and so forth. You can still get through this, loop back around, so A and B, 30 days. You can get to where you can recite all the counties in 254 seconds. Click the X button to exit from this. I'm going to bring myself back up to the front and tell you what I always tell you. Geography is important. Geography knowledge gives you confidence in the world. It helps you absorb the news better. And I truly believe that geography knowledge can help lead to world peace, because I got a quote from a philosopher in India. He said to me on one of these social media websites, he said, because I was talking about how important geography was, and some people were mocking me, telling me that it's not important to know that stuff. I even have geography teachers. I have geography teachers tell me they don't think it's important for students to learn the names and locations of the country of the world. Seriously, geography teachers tell me that. If a four-year-old kid, first-year-old kid, kindergarten kid, first grade kid, kindergarten kid can learn 26 letters of the alphabet, your students can learn the 50 states in one evening. They can learn the countries of South America in 24 minutes. I could go on and on because I really believe it's important. But for now, okay. Seriously, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next live stream. So take care, get in and play. It's all free. I appreciate your time.